I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to the channel. Come on in, come on in. How are you doing? If you can hear the sound of my voice, please let me know by dropping your city and or state in the chat real quick, okay? Because last time I had some audio issues, and I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. So come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, I see a few of y'all. What's up, Sharon? What's up, Cheryl the Pearl from Columbus, Ohio? What's up, Akala, Florida? Okay, just wanted to make sure that you can hear me. Sorry about that. All right, let me get my screen up, child, because I had a bunch of things that I wanted to make sure I showed you today. Come on in, welcome. Hold on one second, y'all. I have a little bit of a problem, but I want to get it solved before we get started, okay? First, I had to put my little Avi back up. So welcome, come on into the chat. Hold on. And then I need to get my thumbnail up. Okay, here we go. Okay, I see Dallas, I see Miami, California. Come on in. Thank you, Cheryl the Pearl. Cheryl the Pearl is the moderator for today. So if you see her, please, if she makes any comment to you, what's up, Lady D? Any comments to, keep it under control in the chat, please do, or you will be blocked, okay? And give me one more second, you guys. I'm sorry. I have some technical difficulties on my side, okay? That I thought I had worked out, but it did not work out. Okay, there we go. So I wanted to make sure I could get my thumbnail up. Sorry about that. All right, y'all. How are you doing? Everybody in the chat, come on in. We're talking about these three people right here. I had tried to drop a video yesterday, which I did actually drop, and then it ended up getting pulled because they said that I had violated the animal policy for YouTube. You never know what's going on, child. But anyway, I didn't violate anything, but it's hard to argue with bots, child. So I had to let it go. And now I am back up because the war between Porsha Williams and Simon is still ongoing, with the latest being that he is going to sue Porsha, okay, for defamation. And this is going to be interesting. Also, Martell is still out here, I guess, trying to make that relationship between him and Ariana a thing, child. I don't know if he had someone take a picture of them from the corner or what. Y'all know last time he had someone take a picture of him and Sheree to show that their relationship was good and, all was well there. But now I'm kind of curious if maybe he has someone taking pictures of him and his baby mama, because we've not seen a whole lot of that before, right? And then we're also going to talk about Miss Phaedra, because they are bringing Phaedra back, or they're trying to bring Phaedra back to RHOA because they want her to save that sinking ship over there. save that sinking ship over there, child. So we'll see if it can happen. But outside of that, come on in. Yep. So I wanted to show y'all some things. Hold on, child. We almost ready. Okay. So first I wanted to ask y'all if y'all remember this little bit of video right here. If y'all remember this video right here, this is a little bit of video from 2022. Okay. This is coming from Martell's feed, and he is at a New Year's Eve party with his then, at the time, supposed to be his girlfriend, Sheree. The clock just hit midnight, and this is all we got from the two of them. Do y'all remember that? Okay. We were all waiting to see if Martell and Sheree were going to smooch, and they did not. We were waiting to see if they were going to smooch, and they did not smooch. And we were like, this is a brand new relationship. And everybody was expecting that they was having all this hot and heavy, relations, because they're like, oh, those are two good looking people. We know that it is going down in the bedroom, in the boudoir, right? Everybody kept asking all kinds of questions like, how did this relationship start? But if nothing else is happening, they are straight burning down the bedroom, because how could they not? That was the question, right? That was what everybody was saying to make it make sense. I wanted to make sense, and we couldn't get it to make sense. But when the clock struck midnight in this very new relationship, these two didn't even kiss. They didn't even ring in the new year and kiss each other, and we were shocked. But it did add to the fact that that was a fake relationship, especially since we now see Sheree out here straight leaning back, okay, like it's a fairy tale, smooching up with Eric, Sierra Glam Shot's ex-husband, okay? Well, I was asking the question. I wanted to know, why in the hell did Sheree and Martell not kiss? And then we was just like, well, what's going on over there? Okay, we were already thinking very much so that it was a fake relationship, that there was nothing going on. But when I see Sheree leaning her head all the way back to take in Eric from Sierra Glam Shots, which is a whole nother story, okay? Because Sierra said, listen, he's still stalking me, but he's supposed to be with you. That's what she ended up saying on her live. Anyway, she called them out, but I couldn't help but to think, when I saw Sheree kissing this man, why we didn't even get a smooch from Martell. Why? Which again, just lends to the notion. Exactly. Martell was irritating everybody, including the dog, Gotti. Okay. At one point, somebody had to tell him, could you leave Gotti alone? The dog is just trying to figure out why all these people is in his house. He wants to go to sleep. And Martell was so drunk, he was bothering the caterers, the absolute everybody. Nobody got rest. And he did not share any type of smooch with Sheree. That's Sierra, I think. So Sierra Glam Shop, if y'all ever watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, that is where she is from, okay? Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. These two actually looked each other in the eye, but still they never kissed. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we see Sheree smooching it up with, now I believe this is her ex-husband, Sierra Glam Shop's ex-husband, but he out here letting people know that he scored Sheree, and literally, Sheree is not holding back. She is, enjoying her life at this point. Okay. But Martell is still out here after I believe it was episode 9, child, where he said he is about to get married himself once again. So in 2022, y'all remember, he had made the comment, I'm going to get married by the end of the year. I bet I'll be married by the end of the year. In episode 9 of the 8th season, Martell again says, well, I'm ready to get married myself, as if wedding invitations have been picked out, a hall had been picked out, all the good stuff. And now he is finally settling into this relationship with his baby mama, period. Okay, where he wants people to know that these two are out and about, even though they don't look happy. Maybe they're in the middle of a real strong chew. I'm not for sure if you guys did not hear me say her ex, but I said it was Sierra's ex, correct? Is that not what she said? Can you please tell Eric to leave me alone, leave me and my fiance alone? He is continuously posting pictures of me and my fiance. Now, I do remember her being on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with this very same man that she was supposed to be buying a house with. And I think she actually did buy a house with, and then they ended up breaking up and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that was what I was saying. So anybody who came in late, either catch up because you are missing it. Okay. But that is what I said. Anywho, these two are out and about right now. I don't see any rings on anybody's finger, but they are out, and Martell keeps slipping up and saying he's ready to get married right now. So something is going down clearly that is making me think that these two are trying to move on. You think that I'm reading too much into the picture? It looks like they're having dinner, correct? You just think that they're out, that he wanted to feed her, or maybe she wanted to feed him. Somebody made the comment that it's the first of the month, so she probably wanted to feed her man. Either way, they're still out and about, just like they were out and about at the zoo not a couple of months ago, right? Maybe a month or so ago when they were out and about at the zoo. So they're still hanging out. Do I have that zoo photo? This one right here. Him, the baby, and Ariane. And if we're reading too much into the picture or not, that it doesn't matter, since they've been together for a whole 10 years at this point. I believe they've been together for a whole 10 years. So yeah, let's give them the credit they deserve. They've been together for a very long time. For a very long time. Let's see. Okay. Everybody keeps saying that the girl is pregnant. She doesn't look pregnant to me. Not only does she not look pregnant, that other baby that everybody thought was hers was actually her sister's. Okay. So that is what it looks like. At the end of the day, strategic or not, they are still out and about. That zoo picture was definitely strategic, but for whatever reason, Ariane is still tying herself to Martell in public situations. And that's what it looks like for now. So let me see what else is going on. Hold on. Now, I brought up Miss Phaedra because I told y'all that it looks like she is trying to save the day. At least, maybe she doesn't look pregnant to me either. Maybe Bravo thinks that she is going to save the day, and they are looking to put her on 2 of their shows at the same exact time. She is currently filming for Married to Medicine, but they also want her back for RHOA. She had previously said that they talked to her about it, and I had showed y'all this picture a couple of weeks ago where I told you that frickin' frack Phaedra and Porsha were out here hanging with Andy Cohen. It looks like they were celebrating the 15-year anniversary of Watch What Happens Live, but also people saw the chemistry between the two of them, and they wanted them back. They started saying, listen, it is very possible now that Kenya Moore is off, and Candy is saying she is never coming back, by the way. Candy said, I am never coming back to that show at this point. I think she feels bad about the way Kenya was, let go. And more information is coming out about Kenya too. So Even though people are saying she is a better fit for RHOA, she is still on Married to Medicine. And right now, she is negotiating 2 contracts. Okay. She's already on Married to Medicine, but it looks like she is negotiating a contract as well for RHOA. Let me see if I can pull this story up for y'all. Bravo. Okay. Here we go. Let me take this one down. So this is what was posted on Bravo Shade Room yesterday. And this is coming from Love B. Scott, who has an inside scoop with RHOA. But they're saying that right now she is in negotiations. It looks like the money piece has been worked out. What they're really trying to figure out is how to film her on RHOA and Married to Medicine at the same time. Because her Married to Medicine schedule is as demanding as what they want her to do with RHOA. And they were expecting Phaedra to film as recently as last weekend at Cynthia Bailey's Lake Bailey event, is what it said. So Cynthia Bailey had an event at her property. They thought they could get Phaedra there to film, but they weren't able to work out the kinks with that. So y'all, right now, she is working on making her return. Y'all can let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. And also, I want to say that people are still coming out. This story is changing absolutely every single day with Miss Kenya Moore. But they're saying that the network didn't fire her, the network didn't suspend her, and that Kenya left on her own. And the reason people are now saying that they left on their own, this is all coming out in the aftermath of Kenya allegedly losing a contract with Sally's Beauty Supply. They're saying that Kenya is possibly considering suing Bravo, mainly because Bravo was willing to do an investigation into her on the revenge P, but they weren't willing to do an investigation on the newbie, Brittany Eady, for threatening her, allegedly threatening her with a pow pow. And Kenya said, if I'm not protected on the set, then I will not be here. So that is what is being said right now. I know there's a lot of Team Twirl members who are trying to say, listen, we don't believe this about Kenya. I also said that, there might be some things that we're missing here, even though there are posters showing that other things came out. Kenya says that she didn't do it, and right now she simply quit. So y'all can let me know what y'all think about it, but this story seems to be changing every single day. Okay? What do y'all think about that? Someone said it's the first of the month. Y'all still talking about Ariane. What's up, everybody? Let me get to these comments and see what you said. Okay, I think Phaedra is a better fit for RHOA. Phaedra is never without a job, and y'all know that, child. She is a lawyer. She has a funeral home. She owns some sort of boutique that caters to the rich and famous. You need a invitation, if I'm not mistaken, to get into the boutique. She's on several other movies. Yeah, she's doing movies. She did what was it called? Traitors, the TV show, Married to Medicine, and now she is considering coming back on Real Housewives of Atlanta if she can make it. Okay. So one thing you can say about Phaedra is that she ain't broke. Okay. You can say she ain't Phaedra. She ain't broke, baby. She keeps her checks popping. All right. So let's get to what else is going. She knows how to make a coin for real, and that nobody can say otherwise. I'm gonna tell you. I know her ex-husband is probably upset that he couldn't ask for some sort of check. Apollo's probably looking for some sort of check, but that didn't happen. Anywho, let's talk about this other piece that I was telling y'all about the other day, which is Miss Porsha and Simon, child. They are still going after each other. If y'all didn't know, Porsha has accused her ex-husband or estranged husband, because they're not divorced yet. She's accused him of erectile dysfunction, okay? Which I have to say, Right now, he is threatening to sue Porsha because of this, but Fallon accused him of the exact same thing. I don't know if y'all remember, if you do put it in the chat, Fallon literally went on an interview and said, I believe that he was pushing me into this relationship with Jalen. I think that was his name. She said, I believe that he is pushing me into this. He pushed me into this relationship, that he set me up, okay, making sure that he was not around so that it could cause, a little tension between us and we could do the do. And at the end of the day, she said, I tried to have a baby with him. It couldn't happen. And she said, and I could say some other things, but Porsha is going to find out for herself. Now, if y'all remember that, drop it in the comments, okay? If y'all remember Fallon saying that about her ex-husband, drop it in the comments, because I remember that conversation. I remember it. And it was nasty work, okay? But that's not stopping Porsha Williams. She's doing pretty much the same thing at this point. Let me put this up here. Porsha's doing the same thing at this point, child. This is what Porsha had to say. Come on in. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I am doing this impromptu live. I did not expect to do a live today, but I am here. But things are happening on the YouTube, and I have to get it together, child. Anyway, let's look at Porsha's post. So it started off with this really tiny ED. Y'all see it? You can barely see it, okay? You might need a magnifying glass. And it's making me think she is really trying to play. Look, Dark and Lovely said, I remember that. Yep. She was talking to another content creator, Adam. I believe it was Adam. Yep. And she definitely said all of that, okay? But started out with this little small ED. Y'all see it. And then Porsha goes to another ED, child. Gets a little bigger. Then a little bigger. Then a little bigger. Then as big as it can go at this point, because she's not holding back. She's like, forget it. You know what it is. You know what you got going on, okay? And she had dropped all of this tea yesterday when she had posted this picture of herself in a cowgirl hat. In this cowgirl hat and her leather pants. And she was letting everybody know that she is a stallion out here in these streets. Then she made a quote by somebody named Chris Ladeau. And she said, in the arena of bull riding, it is like a dance between man and beast, a test of strength and balance and guts. Okay. So she's basically saying she's a bull. She quoted, or she did a hashtag for his piece, hashtag ED, hashtag standing on business, and hashtag American Cowgirl. Then all of her friends got into the chat. Shamia Morton, her bestie from back in the day, from when they were kids, she said, get his ass, get him. And then she said yeek, which I understand is an old school Atlanta term. And then we saw even Kandi Burris hit her with the fire emojis. But everybody's saying, we all know, child, and we don't blame you. That was the first one. Then she made a second drop where she did the same thing. Okay. She put up the hand emoji where you see her waving. Like, Porsha would say, bye, Ashy. She said, bye, ED. Then she put hashtag outlaw. Shamia Morton again got underneath this post and said, this is why we all love you. And then everybody started hitting her up, including Mariah Huck, saying looking just like PJ, pretty girl. And then she put little emojis behind it. But everybody, I Heart Miko, said asking a thoroughbred for her hand in marriage, knowing you have ED, is nasty work. Did y'all hear that? Asking a thoroughbred for her hand in marriage, knowing you have ED, is nasty work, child. That was a hoot and a holler for me. So Porsha is telling everybody, the Atlanta streets, everybody knows it. Everybody knows it at this point. But everybody is jumping into the comments to let Porsha know, we don't blame you. We don't blame you. Whatever is going on over there, child, we don't blame you. And again, I want to say that Fallon said this too. Now, I was trying to figure some things out, child, but hindsight is 2020. It looks like a lot of things is coming out, but Simon is mad. He's mad as hell, not just mad. And if y'all did not know, he wants some questions answered under oath. He wants Miss Porsha Williams to answer some questions under oath. He said at this point, and I'm kind of curious, I'm just putting it out there, kind of curious. It sounds to me like Simon had an arrangement with Porsha. Okay? If y'all catch my drift. Because the way these questions are worded, he's basically saying, I want you to tell our arrangement. Okay? I want you to tell our arrangement. So the first question is, he asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. First question. Second question, he wants her to admit or deny that she married him for his money. Now, Simon likes a young lady, a lady that's many years younger than him. So now he's saying, I want you to ask or to admit or deny that you married me for my money. And also remember, Porsha filed for divorce just a few days, if not the day before Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day might have been that Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And on that Monday, she went on down to the courthouse after the news broke about his citizenship, about his status as a citizen. Question number 3. So he said that he was completely unaware. Question number 3. He wants her to admit or deny that she filed for divorce without telling him. So basically, this caught me by complete surprise. Number 4, he wants her to admit that she cheated on him during the marriage or that she had intimate relations with another person during the union. So if she said that she did have intimate relations with another person, would that not be cheating? The answer is no if he gave her permission. So he's saying, tell me that you cheated, or at least admit to what our agreement or arrangement was. That's what I think it is. Okay. It's the wording. You have to pay attention to the wording. This is what he is asking her to admit to under oath, by the way. Okay. Excuse me. Number 5, he asked Porsha to admit or deny that she was never in love with him. Number 6, he's asking her to communicate or share what her understanding was for the reasons why he gave her a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage. So what was the understanding? Do you think that she was in a trophy wife situation? What's up? Because now it sounds like he's saying you were never in love. This was all supposed to be smoke and mirrors. Maybe he's saying that this relationship was never a real relationship to begin with. And you need to admit why I was paying you a 5-figure salary and whatnot. Now, these new things are coming out with these questions. So that's why I'm asking y'all to think about this. Think about all angles. He's saying, did you cheat on me? Or did you have permission? Was there something else going on? Admit to another relationship. That is crazy. And why did I pay you 5 figures? Was it to keep something private? Number 7, he wants her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Kelvin, her ex and baby daddy, Dennis McKinney, I think it's McKinley, and another man named Jonathan. So we've heard these names dropped around social media for a little bit, but he is definitely asking, I want you to explain all of this. Because previously he was saying he wanted her to keep all of her text messages and stuff like that. And then, of course, he is asking her to explain her relationship with the rapper Future, to which her PR has already come out and said that she doesn't even know what he's talking about. She has no relationship with Future. But y'all, do you remember this? Hold on. Hold on. Remember when Simon posted this? I think this one right here. Would you rather cry homeless in a Rolls Royce or in a Honda Civic? And that actually is a quote by Future. Who remembers that quote? And I don't know if he was saying it to Lori Harvey or some other girl, but he said, do you want to cry in this Bentley or in that Nissan? He said something like that. Okay. But Simon did the exact same quote. Is that a coincidence? Is that a coincidence that he said the exact same quote? Okay. Either way, it's nasty work because they done took it all the way to the bedroom. Okay. They have taken it all the way to the bedroom and they've invited everybody inside, child. What y'all got to say? Um, let's see. I thought she was really driving a Honda. Nope, that is a Future quote. Everybody was saying it. It was super popular. Do you want to cry in this Bentley or do you want to cry in that Nissan? Okay? Cuz somebody got caught doing something. Either way, they have let us all the way in, child, and it didn't stop there. Let's see. I think that Porsha has her hands full with Simon. He not new to this. He true to this. Well, this is his like what fourth or fifth marriage, maybe sixth marriage even. He's been around the block a few times. Okay, but this is what's going on right now. This is what's going on right now, and it didn't stop. It did not stop. Let's keep talking about it, child. It's still ugly. Let me get y'all to the next thing. Hold on. Look at this. Okay, so this is all true tea. Let me take this down. So if you didn't know, Simon is out here saying she's trying to change the narrative, right? Y'all remember he initially posted, and this is to the right. Y'all can see it up there. It says the narrative change from imminent deportation. So she's like, basically, she was saying she wanted to divorce me because of imminent deportation. So she said that he fled to Dubai to being broke and selling luxury cars. And now he's waiting for the next narrative. And he said the next narrative has arrived. ED, erectile dysfunction. Okay. And he said, hashtag wife for the streets, wife for the streets. And now he is threatening to sue her. He said, this railroad 265-day just does not get it. There are consequences for making inflammatory and defamatory statements. Get your coins together. You're going to need every dime to defend what's coming. A woman that has a history of coming for the manhood of every ex, peddling the same old narrative and tricks. Unfortunately, you met the right one now. Okay, you met the right one now, baby. And then he hashtag railroad 265 days, married 453 days, child. He's gonna have to sue Fallon too. She said the same thing. What do y'all think about that, child? That is crazy. That is crazy. Um, it did strike a nerve. This has struck a nerve unlike anything else. This has clearly struck a nerve. It's all over the blogs. But like I said, it's not just all over the blogs, it's all over the Atlanta streets too, because people in high places who got hundreds of thousands of followers are coming over to Porsha's page to straight up slam Porsha. What can Simon be deported for harassing? It is bad. It is bad. Hold on, let me see what y'all got to say. I feel like Simon wanted to be on American TV by any means and wanted the bigger star, like Fallon said, and wanted the bigger star. Oh, okay. So you're saying that Simon traded in Fallon for Porsha. They both did some dirty moves, and this is the result. Yet, why hasn't this man been deported? Well, he has a valid green card. Everybody keeps asking that. He has a valid green card. And so he can stay on that green card indefinitely, as far as I understand it. But this is what is happening right now, child. That is what's going on right now with Simon. What else y'all got to say? Um, Not traded in like a leased car. Listen, it is ugly, child. I see y'all. Y'all are not favoring Simon at all. What else is going on? I do not think that Martell is married to Ariana. I think that if they were married, especially since you can pull that marriage certificate. Hell, every day somebody's pulling a lawsuit. So it takes nothing to pull a marriage certificate. That is a legal record as well. So I don't think they are married yet. We have to see, though. We have to see what's coming on. But that is what is going on with these two at the moment. And she is big upset. Simon also called Porsha a witch, child. Hold on. Not just Porsha. I think all the women. He said basically. Let me pull that up. Because that was another thing that he did when all this started coming out. He said, if I didn't allow witches in my life, my angel would not have to work so hard. Okay. So he said he is blessed and protected and that he keeps getting with witches. He got to find somebody that's a little more equally yoked. You can't be getting with these young girls and, knowing they got expectations and needs, child. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's see. Um, How are these ATL fellas letting Simon get away with disrespecting the ATL princess like this? I don't know. Now this just came out today. I'm gonna say this news where he's saying that he is suing her. Now the witch statement came out yesterday. I will say that he called her a witch yesterday, and everybody, and that's why I'm saying to y'all, if when you listen to those questions, the way they were written out, it looks like there may have been an agreement. What is the understanding by which I gave you a 5-figure allowance, monthly allowance? He's saying you and I had an arrangement, in my opinion, and you have broken that arrangement. Okay. And I also think you guys are right. There's a lot going on here. But the other thing that I think is that he did expect to be on TV. I think that was a part of the arrangement that she finds herself back on the show. She gets to call out her dollar amount for the show, and he would be a part of the show. And that didn't happen either. Because y'all remember the little commercial that she did where she was like, Porsha Williams, that's not right. It's Porsha Gubadia, right? There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Those questions are serious, though. Review Hour said the state of Alabama marriage license are sealed. Okay. The individuals have to be deceased for a number of years for it to be made public. Oh, really? Really? Well, I'll say this, Review Hour. The way stuff drop on the cast members of this show, because there's going to be a lot of dirty work that's going to come out in the next couple of days about people. I would expect them to have already come out. Also, Martell doesn't talk about getting married he doesn't say it in present tense. So when he says stuff like just randomly, I'm going to get married, or yeah, I'm looking to get married soon, that's not it's almost like a slip of the tongue. I'm looking to get married soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he would know to keep saying it quite like that, especially since everybody is around him. And there's too many people that know that would force it out of him, including, when Chris Fletcher was like, oh, your baby mama, and he's just looking at him crazy. Do I think that he may be engaged? I do think that he may be engaged and keeping it to himself. But even Melody, when you guys remember when people were asking Melody not too long ago if Martell was married, and she went, I ain't heard nothing about it. Like, I don't think that she would keep that a secret. I think that she would have said something already. But she even said, I haven't heard anything about it. So it makes me think that maybe they're engaged, but not married. And the reason why is because by court order, according to what Melody said and shared about the arrangement for which her kids are allowed to stay at the house with Martell, by court order, Martell is not supposed to have anybody in the house on the days his kids are staying there. So he's not supposed to have another woman spend the night. Do y'all remember that? Let me take this down because it looks crazy. Do y'all remember that conversation? If you remember it, put it in the chat. Melody said, you ain't even allowed to spend the night. Okay. And that let me know. I mean, you got to be smart about it, but it let me know that if she's not allowed to spend the night, she ain't the wife. She ain't the wife yet. Okay. That would be something he could take to the courts. I'm married. We're living together. This is my wife. They live in 2 separate households. Melody made that comment. You ain't even allowed to spend the night. That's crazy. You're over there when my kids are over there, but you got to go home, bitch. Okay. But when you come back, make sure you get my kids steak, eggs, and they like a little strawberries. Okay. With their breakfast. I remember that. Do y'all remember that? Okay. A lot of people are saying they remember. Okay. And then what else did they say that was interesting? Because Martell was asking some of the same questions. I think that is something that was agreed on for both, because remember, Martell was asking stuff like, is there anybody who spent the night at the house? He asked that of Melody. And when those questions came out about their divorce or whatever was going on in that second rehashing, that came out as well. Okay. So those things came out. What else came out? I'm trying to think of something else that she said. But outside of that, she was asked point blank if that was the case. And she said, I ain't never heard of it. I think that would be something that would have to come up in the court in order for, we'd have to know that. So is it possible that he has a secret engagement going on? For sure. I think that's possible. And everybody remembers that Tiffany box. And they said that they believe that the Tiffany box was the ring, which could be the case. But yeah, I thought you would remember, child. I know you remember, as random as details are, but they are out there. Let's see. When I tell you that Mel got the last laugh. Child, that's what I'm saying. Like this stuff, that it can't stay secret for long. These kind of things will come back up eventually. These things will come back up eventually, child. Oh, okay. Pacino said, I'm not buying that they're engaged either. Well, the only reason why I say that is because he keeps making reference to getting married. And my question is, who are you getting married to? When he was supposed to have been in a relationship with Sheree, he said, I will be married by the end of the year. And he said, you can mark my words. Like when he was in his confessional, there's no doubt I will be married by the end of the year. And then he went on to, like I said, they didn't even kiss for real. Oh, Simon just posted something else. Well, let's look at it, child. Hold on. Let me get my little screen up. Let me go over here and look and see what the hell Simon got going on. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see what Simon got to say, because he's upset. He is red, fire engine red mad, child. Oh, no. He didn't post anything new, I don't think. It appears to be the same. Let me just make sure, child. Let me refresh just in case. Oh, yeah, this is what he posted. He's hilarious. This is what he posted. He posted this picture of himself smiling and saying, the caption reads, ED has never felt this good. Let me take my ED self around the world as a single man with no ducks in tow. Oh God, help, help, help. So right now he is in Dubai. He said he is still traveling the world and feeling fine, child. He don't care about no Porsha. That's what he's saying. I don't know though. This is not giving me a person that doesn't care. I'm sorry. This isn't giving me a person that doesn't care. I feel like he does. I feel like he was blindsided. This is my opinion. Let me put this banner up, child, just in case. This is my opinion, just based on what I'm seeing about public figures, Simon Gubadia, Porsha, Martell, and Phaedra. They're all public figures, and even AC, unfortunately, at this point, child. Okay. But at the end of the day, it feels like I think that for the most part, Porsha probably wanted to just have a quiet divorce. I think that at the beginning she was like, "Don't talk on me. I won't talk on you." And Simon was kind of poking a little bit at the bear. And then I think she said, F it. I'm gonna have fun with it too. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And so now he's doing things, she's doing things. He's doing things, she's doing things. Who knows what's gonna happen next? Um, let's see. He's probably engaged to someone else, but AC will still be there. Whew, child, nasty work, nasty work. You might be right. I'm going to tell you though, if this is just me, I don't care. If I'm engaged to someone and I know that they have a baby mama like AC, I'm not going to have you out here being photographed, eating together, at the zoo together, any of those things, because I think that it creates more problems than necessary. So if he is truly engaged to someone, I think that that would be a problem too. I think that that would be a problem too. Hold on one second. Sorry, I see someone at my door and they're knocking. Okay, hold on, y'all. Sorry, I have to check out something just to make sure. Give me a minute. A minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank y'all. Sorry about that. All right. But yeah, I don't think that that would be cool. I think at this point in the game, everyone knows Martell's and AC's um, back and forth, right? They already know. So having her, if he is engaged to someone else, or if he invites another woman into his life, period, it's pretty much what Courtney said. When he was like, well, the thing is, I got to find somebody who wants to be with a man with 5 kids. No, you got to find somebody who wants to be with you and your other woman. Okay, because we know that that person is going to be around for a minute. Okay, for longer than necessary. What else y'all got going on? Okay. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to post all of that and let y'all know what was going on in the streets so far. Um, you think that that they might be hiring people to take photos? You might be right. I thought that they were hiring someone to take the other photo, because my assumption would be that they're, kind of out and about, like it's not a shock or surprise. And so to see someone take a picture of them at the zoo seemed just a little bit different, a little bit weird, right? But and that was a close up, but they could have just zoomed in on it. Um, let's see. Simon is big mad. Porsha doesn't want him because every day he's posting about her. I said this the other day. A couple of, I don't know, videos ago. I said that Simon is not doing well. I think that he was really shocked that Porsha filed for divorce. I think it did take him off guard. And I think that he is pushing her to say certain things so that he can paint her as, a gold digging trick. But I think that he underestimates how many people go hard for Porsha. I think Porsha has a strong following, and he may not get it back the way he's expecting. I think he's trying to ruin her reputation. And instead of ruining her reputation, people are going real hard for her and what she has going on right now. So that is what I think. But anywho, y'all, we've been on for a little while. I just wanted to do that video because my other video that I posted yesterday came down. So I had already talked about this a little bit, but I appreciate y'all for joining me on the live today. Okay. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the mods who joined. And thank every single one of y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate that. I will see you all on the next one. Make sure that you hit the like button and follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. All right. Bye-bye, guys.